I'm out here with another one of the older dogs today. I got Gabby out. This is her 11th hunting season, and she's up in there, right? Look at her come out of there, right? These dogs hunt objectives. Now, this is a 10-year-old dog right here, and she tracked a grouse probably about 200 yards. Got out. She set it on point, but with the wind, it flushed way ahead of us, hey? But there she goes, turning in there. We're probably going to get in some action in here. But I love watching these old dogs work, man. You know, they put the time in. This is a good picture for a habitat seminar. But, you know, they put the time in, they do what they got to do. And then you take them out when they're older like this, and it's just total fun, man. And I'll tell you what, she reminds me a lot of her grandmother. Okay. Yep. Private property, girl. She reminds me of her grandmother, Gretchen, who was known as the Iron Maiden. Watching this dog run at age 10 right now leads me to believe that just like Georgia yesterday, 14th hunting season, they're still going to be going. So, you know, we've been blessed. Whether we're good or we're lucky, the genetics are there. I can't thank my mentors, Brenda Rowe, Rick Hopkins, Mike Johnson, Bob Ross, you know, the guys that helped me get to where I am today with this line of dogs. But they're getting it done, and you know, I thought I'd just share it with you. Really, here we are. You know, we'll watch her work a little bit on the way out here and just enjoy the dog work, man. The sun is shining. Yeah, it's windy. I hate hunting in the wind. You know, I often tell people that, you know, a lot of the windy days I don't go hunting, but just the way things fell this year with a lot of stuff I had to volunteer for and work and everything else, my day's been kind of limited to get out. So I am 100% taking advantage of this week where we got grouse camp going on, and wind, rain be damned. We're going to be out watching these dogs do what God bred them to do. And that is really what it's all about. I mean, don't get me wrong, killing is good too. You know, getting a few grouse here and there, and we still do that. Hi, girl. Yeah, we still do that. But you know, it's like the whole maturity thing as you go through. You know, becoming an adult per se in this sport, right? You first thing is, it's all about stacking birds, right? Killing. Then you get a dog, and it's about numbers, and it's about getting as many kills as you can, getting those flesh numbers up and all that stuff. And then you hit about 40 years old or so, and have kids and whatnot. You start realizing that every day you get out here is pretty damn special. And then you begin to really appreciate good dog work. Maybe you get to the point where you're only going to shoot pointed birds or something. And again, don't mansplain me. That's a personal decision, you know, but you start looking at it about, for me personally, like that one chase we had on the way in here, you know, dog in her 11th hunting season, working a grouse 200 yards in and off the trail, because they're trail birds now, right? It's a first sunny day after shitty weather. They're coming out, and her setting that bird and just having the opportunity, that's a fucking privilege, right? And I'm blessed. That's one of the ways where I can say, you know, it's nothing to do with being good. That's all luck, whatever. It's all blessing from above. And then you mature into it later on, and then you get to the point. Hell, I'm closing on 56, right? I'm handing it off to my boys and some younger kids, and now we're in mentor mode, man, you know. So every day for us to get out is just really icing on top of the cake. And I probably said that a lot, but I mean, that becomes the reality. And now we're all about doing our seminars and, you know, educational things that we do, and do that as a nonprofit outlook, and then, you know, bring new people into the sport by doing that. Oh, there went a grouse way the hell ahead of us. It was up in a tree. That's where you get to, right? And then you close in past that, and then you're just happy to be able to have a dog. Maybe your number of dogs go down, and, you know, from that point forward, you're counting each step you take in the woods. And trust me, it goes by quick, right? Unless you've ever had children, I don't know that you understand how quickly life goes, because I can remember not too long ago, my kids were born, and, you know, now I only got 4 years left. They're out of the house, man. So cherish every single moment. I hope you guys, I got a point? No. I hope you guys enjoy the last week and a half or so of this wonderful season we have. In my view, this is one of the best times to get out. And I'm just going to, with this wonderful habitat. Look, right? Remember I talk about edges and a lot of different things? Yeah, there's aspen here, but don't concentrate on the aspen this time of year. This aspen is just what we have to walk through to get to stuff like this where we really, really want to be. So here's a nice picture that you can copy and put it on your phone, and then think about all the great time you spent outdoors. Peace.